Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to add whole numbers, mixed numbers, and fractions. Well, let's say that you have 5, which is a whole number, plus 3/8, which is a fraction. Now this one is the easiest one when you're adding. So all you have to do is keep the fraction the same. Now just get rid of the plus sign, really. You just put the 5 really close to it. So that's your final answer actually. So right away, one more. So let's say that you add this. So the final answer will just be the same exact thing without the plus sign. So that would be your final answer. Let's look at another example here. So let's say that you have 7/2 plus 4. Now here's the thing. This is a whole number. This is another whole number. So what you're going to do is you're going to add the two whole numbers together. So 7 plus 4 give us 11. Then you're going to keep the fraction part just the way it is, 2/5. Let's say that you had 17 1/3 plus 3. Again, this is a whole number. This is a whole number. Add them together. 17 plus 3 give us 20. And you keep the fraction part as it is, 1/3. And that's your final answer. Let's look at another example. Let's say that you have 5 4/9 plus 6 14/15. Again, the rule is the same. You have two denominators here. They're not the same and they have to be the same. So what you need to do is you need to find a common denominator. How do we do that? Again, remember at previous videos, you write down the 15 and you write down the 9. If the number is too big for you to multiply, you can just go ahead and take the number, like 15 in this case, and add it to itself. So 15 plus 15 give us what? Give us 30. So 5 plus 5 is 10. Carry a 1. 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. Add another 15 to it. Give us 45. And so on. So when you add one 15 to it, it gives you 30. Then you add another 15 to it, gives you 45. Again, the 9, you can keep on adding the 9, but the 9 is not hard. We know the multiplication table for 9, hopefully. So 9 times 1 is 18. 9 times 2 is 18, sorry. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4 is 36. And 9 times 5 is 45. So I can stop right there. Why? Because again, I can see the two numbers that are common. So this will be used for my common denominator. So that means what? I will try to change the 9 into a 45. And I will try to change the 15 into a 45 as well. Now again, we will not touch these guys. They will stay where they are. Now, how do I change a 9 to 45? I have to multiply the 9 by what to get to 45? Again, you can count the spot or remember a multiplication table. So how many spots? The 45 is in what spots here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's in the fifth spot. So that means 9 times 5 gives me 45 because it's in the fifth spot. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do it to the top. What about 15? How do we go from 15 to 45? Where's 45? It's right there. So in what spot it is? 1, 2, 3. 45 is in the third spot. So 15 times 3 will give me 45 because 45 was in the third spot. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do it to the top. So now 4 times 5 gives me 20. 14 times 3, even if you didn't know, it gives you 42. You can go on the side and multiply. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry a 1. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. So it gives me 42. Then we're adding. Again, how do we add? Whole numbers in front here with whole numbers in front. So that means 5 plus 6, which gives me 11. And then top number with top number. So 20 plus 42, which gives me 62. And the bottom number, again, remember, we do not change it. It stays the same. Now, what did we say before? Whenever you have a fraction where the top number is larger than the bottom, you need to divide because this is improper. Don't touch 11. So the 62 over 45, we're going to divide it. So so this one goes inside, this one goes on the outside. So 62 goes inside, 45 goes on the outside. So how many times 45 goes into 62? Once. Because if it was twice, we already know 45 plus 45 is already too big, which is going to give us 90. 5 plus 5 is 10, carry a 1, 1 plus 4 is 5, 5 plus 5, 4 is 9. So it's too big, so 45 only goes into 62 once. 1 times 45 is 45. Subtract, borrow 1, this becomes a 5. So 12 take away 5 is 7. 5 take away 4 is 1. So remember when we're dividing an improper fraction, we're trying to change it into a mixed number. What would that mixed number look like? That mixed number would look like this. This number on top here will go all the way in front. The 17, the remainder, always goes in the back here. And the 45, which is the denominator, stays the same here on the bottom. But here's a problem. I cannot put the 1 here. Why? I already had a number there. I already had the 11 there. So what do you think we're going to do with these two numbers then? Which one's going to kick the other one out? What we have to do is we have to actually combine them and add them up. So we're going to do 11 plus 1, which gives us 12. So your final answer is 12 17 over 45. That's your final answer. Again, sometimes the problem might look a little bit more complicated. So let's say that you have something like this. 5 2/3 plus 11, 5 over 6 plus 12, 7 over 9. Again, do not panic. The denominators are not the same. What we do is we write them down here. And then we start adding 3 to this one, start adding 6 to this one, and start adding 9 to this one. Or you can just use multiplication table. So 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 6 is 18. This one we can start adding 6 to it or multiply. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. I can stop a little bit. I can see a pattern. I see 18 here and I see 18 there. Let me try with that guy. 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. So 18 is the denominator I'm looking for because it's common for all three of them. So that means what? I will try to change that 3 into an 18, the 6 into an 18, and the 9 into an 18. And keep in mind that the number in front here, the whole number, we do not change it. It stays the same. Now, what do I multiply 3 by to get 18? It's 3 times 6 that gives me 18. Again, remember a times table. Whatever I do on the bottom, do it to the top. So 2 times 6 is 12, and 3 times 6 is 18. What do I multiply 6 by to get to 18? 3. Whatever I do on the bottom, do it to the top. 5 times 3 is 15, and 6 times 3 is 18, which we already wrote here. What do I multiply 9 by to get to 18? 9 times 2 is 18, and 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 2 is 14. Now that they have the same denominator, the rule is add whole numbers with whole numbers. So we're going to do 5 plus 11 plus 12. So 5 plus 11 is 16. 16 plus 12 is 28. We're going to keep the denominator the same, which is 18. And we're going to add the top. We're going to do 12 plus 15 plus 14. So 12 plus 15, which is 27, and plus 14. 7 plus 4 is 1, carry a 1, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 1 is 4. So 41 over 18. Again, the top is larger than the bottom. We cannot leave the final answer like that. So we have to divide so we can change it into an improper fraction. Now, 41 divided by 18 becomes what? The 41 goes inside, the 18 goes on the outside. How many times 18 goes into 41? We can take a guess. We can say 2 times because 18 plus 18 give us 36. So 8 plus 8 is 16. 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. So 2 times 18 is 36. Take away, borrow 1. 11 take away 6 is 5. So when you divide this part here, it should give you 2, which goes all the way in front. The remainder 5 goes on the top, and the bottom stays the same, 18. And like we said before, we already had a 28 in front of it. So what do you do? Do you kick out the 2 or what do we do? We technically combine them, we add them together. So 28 plus 2, we add them, so it gives you 30. 5 over 18. And that's your final answer. Thanks for watching and make sure you practice. Bye.